Welcome to another City Skylines, submitted city traffic fix and city fix video. In this video, I'm going to fix someone else's city and its traffic. Our city today was brought to us by Donovan.blackdb. The title is Stirfront for Biffa, submitted via Google form. And the description is Stirfront by Donovan.blackdb. If people that are not Biffa want to fix traffic on this, they can too. Smiley face. Donovan, thank you for uploading your city. I appreciate the opportunity to work on it. I'm going to fix your city in this video. We have a small city for today, 12,000 the population. Technically, a city this small should not have traffic issues, so I think this is going to be a really entertaining and informative educational video and tutorial. Donovan has 20,000, so we don't have a lot of money to work with. I'll make it a challenging fix, but the city is profitable, and Donovan is playing on limited money, so good job. There's a lot of demand, great opportunity for growth, and the title is Stirfront. I ran the city with no despawning to see where the traffic bottoms out at. Let me show you what the traffic looks like, and you can guess. Any guesses? This is the southeast side of the city. Let's go over here to the west side. Here's the highway over here. All right, here's the traffic for the city. It's bad. 31%. Yep. So we've got a good amount of work to do. And I think when I ran it, it actually bottomed out at maybe 30. Let me just hit play. See right up here. See if it changes at all. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to load up the original save game that Donovan has, and we'll start fixing it from there. And we'll start out with some traffic manager settings, checking those. But then I also have a lot of new subscribers, and I want to give them some shout outs too. It looks like 31. Okay, I ran it just a little bit more to see if it did get to that 30, and it does, but I think it kind of bounces back up. Let's just, I want to have it on screen here. Yeah, there you go. All right, so I'm going to load up the original save game, and I'll be back. Okay, I've got the original save game from Donovan loaded up, and let me give a couple of thank yous to all the new subscribers. I really appreciate the support. Chipley, thank you. Jaffa, thank you. Jason Jones, thank you. Philip Ween, I don't know how you say the last name, so I hope that's right. Sorry if I am mispronouncing it. Hervius Production, thank you to both of you. So Philip and Hervius. Sohail, thank you. Carly Alley, thank you. Eric Slocum, thank you. And Dear Go, thank you. Thank you to all of you. I really appreciate it. Of course, for everybody else, if you liked the video, please do hit the like button. If you don't like it, you can hit the dislike button. And if you want to support me more, smash that subscribe or follow button. Subscribe button, excuse me. All right, let's start working on the city. So we are back in Stirfront. So again, this is Donovan's city. This is the original save game. So one thing is, was Donovan playing with no despawning? Yeah. Kudos. You were playing with limited money and no despawning. Good job on playing with those hard settings. I think the game is more satisfying when you play it in that way. Here's the traffic flow. 39%. So does it drop a little bit more when you run it? Yes, but for the most part, the original save game has fairly low traffic flow, and we can see that it's pretty much on the southeast side of the city. Center, northwest, west, and east, those really don't have much trouble. And the traffic is going out of the city limits as indicated by the dotted line, but not by much. Not by much. And it's going out east by a much longer distance. Oh my. Imagine if you were this dude right here. Katie? Where are you going? You're unemployed. You're driving out of the city? You're going the wrong way, Katie. I hope you've got some music to listen to, because this is bad. You're going to be... You're going to age by the time you get out of this city. All right, so let's take a look at the traffic manager settings. So I'm going to do that, and I'll be back. I've updated the traffic manager settings, and yes, they weren't fully accurate, so they weren't set up properly, and that will have an impact on the traffic. If you want to know what traffic manager settings to use, I do have a full video on what settings to use. There's a playlist that includes that, plus a beginner's guide, a metro or subway guide, so a bunch of tutorials, bunch of walkthroughs, and a boatload of submitted city traffic fixes. You can take a look at those. Hopefully they'll be entertaining and informative and educational. And then if you want to see some My Cities, I have playlists for each one that I've built, especially the third one. I consider the third one to be really the best city that I've ever made, and I think that's a really good example of a city with good finances, good layout, and good traffic flow. All right, let's start working on it. We obviously know that there's issues with the city traffic coming into the city right here, hitting the southeast area. First of all, there's a cloverleaf right here. This interchange is terrible. You do not want to use those. And if you are going to use those, you should get rid of them as soon as possible. And this city is a good example of how even in a small city, the cloverleaf will be bad. So avoid it. The best interchange when you're connecting two highways together is a stack interchange, and I think the best one is the one that I made. You can get it on the Steam Workshop. It looks like this. Yeah, it's that. We obviously don't have any money for it, so I can't really... Can I show it? Oh, yeah. There you go. It looks like that. And then the best highway intersections, again, I like the ones that I've made. You can get those on the Steam Workshop. What's the cheapest one? 47? 39? Oh, 22. Okay. And I think that those are the best. And the reason why is because they've got integrated rail, integrated frontage roads, integrated paths. So the issue here is that you can't... this highway, it runs into an intersection, and then there's traffic lights right here. See that? There's a traffic light right there. So you want to do a highway, sometimes people will refer to them as freeways, but the highway should not have any street lights or intersections directly on it. You can have an off-ramp and an on-ramp, but do not put any intersections on your highways. So we need to have a proper intersection, but we don't have the money for it. So let's see if we can take out a loan. Have you already taken out loans or something? Oh my. Okay. What's your tax rate? Fine. So we have to work on the budget for this city. What's going on here? Okay, that's fine. Water. We can reduce... Oh, you already have reduced the water. We can reduce it more. This is to help with the profitability. What a challenging fix. Let's try to take this down to 90. This is all to help us out with the money. Okay, so what we're going to do, since we do not have the money to build a proper intersection, we're going to do a makeshift one. So we want to create an off-ramp. We'll do it from here. There you go. And then we'll create an on-ramp. There you go. This looks like it's a bypass. You can see nobody's using it. It goes underground. See, there's no cars. You would be able to see the car underground. So we're going to destroy this. Go back above ground. Okay. And how much money? Okay. We can take a on-ramp, and then we need an off-ramp. We can probably bring it here a little bit more of an angle. What's the best angle we can do? Right there. It's going the wrong direction. Hit the exclamation point. Bam. Right click on it. So, will this help? A little bit. Not a whole lot. It will help a little bit. And we've got to destroy this intersection right here. I don't think we have enough money, so we're just going to wait on that. And the other thing is that to get into this area on the southeast side, you have to hit the cloverleaf, come over here, and then take a right. Whereas there's a spot right here to get there. So we are going to do that. And then it'd be nice to have another way out. It's ugly. There. In and out. Now we want to use dedicated directions. Click here. This is an exit only. And so what's happening is that there's a lot of cars in this right lane that want to go straight because they're allowed to. Now, when we do this, the ones that want to go straight will go into the middle lane. So dedicated directions. Dedicated. Okay. Same thing, these people going south. I think that's as good as we can do there. Let's hit play. Let's see what happens with the money. No. There you go. Dedicated turning lane. Left turn. Now the people that want to go straight, they will break out into the middle lane. Anybody with the brain? Yeah, you can see that. But there's also a light, so we do have to remove that. Remove. I see that Donovan is using lane connectors. We don't want to use those. Delete. And then there's people crossing the highway. I mean, they're going to get killed Grand Theft Auto style. Get rid of those lane connectors. These lane connectors. There's a yield sign on a highway. So that is not good. There needs to be free flow of traffic. If you want to take a right turn, dedicated, left turn, dedicated. And that should get these guys to start going. And that will help this. Oh, wow. What are you guys doing? These guys are all breaking out, huh? Okay. There. Dedicated directions. Yeah, we just need some more money. I need to build a bridge. I need to build a bridge over this. Okay. Dedicated turning lane. Okay. Wow. 7,000. Maybe the bridge here will be the most useful. Get rid of that light. Dedicated. There you go. If you want to take a right, you got to use that right lane. What we can do... 8,000? How much money is this going to take to build a... Let me see. If I got a highway, how much does this cost? Oh, I guess it's not going to tell me? I thought it did for some reason. I thought you get a... oh, we just need to let this run. I think once I have 10,000, I should be okay. Where are you guys going? Are you guys stopped at a light? You can do some work in other areas of the city. Stopped at a light. Yeah, there we go. There you go. Okay, we got 10,000. Pause. So I'll do this one here first. And so we're just going to build a bridge. Page up and page down. Page up to elevate it. See that? Elevated it. We're going to go across the highway. And then it'll connect right into this road. Bam. So now we have a nice road, and so the highway doesn't have an intersection right there. Sometimes people call it a freeway. Again, just free-flowing traffic. If they want to exit off, they can exit off right here, so that's fine. How much money did that cost? Okay, it costs about $6,000. Are people using this? They are. Very good. So let's come back up here, and let's hit play. There's a light right here. We'll get rid of that. Get rid of this light. Okay. This is a left turn only. Good. Okay, I mean, it's starting to move a little bit better. Very good. We just need a little bit more money. And while we're doing that, these are skinny 2-lane roads right here. And they're going both directions, so we're going to upgrade that to a 4-lane road. And it doesn't mess up the zoning. You do not want to use skinny 2-lane roads. They just don't have the capacity. And have you noticed what this area is? This is a high-density commercial area. You see the dark blue? And so that actually uses up a lot of traffic. So I'm upgrading these roads from 2 to 4. Sorry about rotating the camera. This is a right turn only lane. And you can't get out because these guys are full. And you guys are finally starting to move. Right turn only. It's just going to take you guys some time. Oh. I just noticed I've got some electricity issue. Is it me? Did I mess something up? No. I think it has to do with the budget. Okay. Where are we at on traffic? 60. Remember, this was kind of backed up, right? This was backed up, so that's flowing. This was backed up beyond the city limit. It still is. This was backed up well beyond the city limit, but it's gotten closer. Can you see this right here? Look at that. It's definitely closer. It was farther back, I think. Or I know it was farther back. I just can't remember to where. We're at 8,000. Just a little bit more money. And this is why the cloverleaf is so bad. See, these guys are coming around, hitting this part. It's slowing some of this down. And then if this area is messed up, it will block this area, which will block this area, which will block this area. So because of the loops, it creates a cascade event. Okay. We're doing all right. Now, how is the rest of your city laid out? You got apartments, which is this right here, the high-density residential, and you got the high-density commercial right here. And you got low-density everywhere else. Okay. It'd be better to mix it up some more. What's going on with the water? That might be from what I did. Oh, wait. Oh, your areas aren't connected to each other. You don't want to do that. You want to make sure that they're connected to each other. There you go. So now that it's connected, these guys will be taken care of. Okay. And these people can get across by a skinny 2-lane road. I mean, at least this doesn't intersect the highway, but it's too small. I'm looking to see how the road system is set up. Why aren't these areas connected right up here? That would save them time so they don't have to go through this. This is a light residential. It'd be nice to have a road that just connects these two. The way to fix a city is to use the diffuse and disperse strategy. And so by building this connection right here, some of the vehicles from this area, they'll use this road and they won't use this road. So it diffuses the traffic across more roads, across more ways to get there. Because the cloverleaf is a bottleneck. There's a light right here. Get rid of that. Oh, there's another road right here. You got a bus system, I see. 365 a week. We're going to go ahead and destroy that. Let's go building burned down right here. Hey, look at that. The traffic is now within the city limit right here. Great progress. Oh, look at this. There's no traffic here anymore. Now that this is freed up, now these guys are going to just start taking off. Great. The other thing that you can do is, again, I don't recommend using the lane connectors, but emergency cases, you could use a lane connector to force them, these guys right here in this lane to move over to the left, and the people coming on to move over to the right. So you can do that as well. But again, I would not recommend using the lane connectors. Maybe in emergency. In emergency cases, I've used them, but other than that, get rid of them. It's the cloverleaf that really should be removed. Sometimes what you can do is lane contraction and expansion, where you can destroy this 3-lane and make it a 2-lane to force people into the middle lane. Sometimes that's called lane mathematics. You can do that, but again, it won't really matter too much. The cloverleaf is really the problem, and that's what should be removed. And it has to do with that there's intersections on the highway, and there should not be. I think we're almost done. Ha! We're done. How long? 28 minutes. We got the money, though. So we need to build another proper intersection right here. Hold. Bam. Come on. There you go. There you go. Will we have... this may not be enough room. I don't think I can get it high enough. Yeah. It's too close. We just need to break off a piece right there. That way I can delete this without deleting the whole road. There we go. Oh, it's still too close. Oh, wait, what about if I do this? All right. All right, page up, page down. Okay. There you go. So there's that highway. Nice. And we've got the on-ramps and off-ramps for that, so that's good. And this area does not have a way to get to the highway. We'll work on that in a moment. Let's hit play. Okay. And we're going to... Where are these guys going? Oh my. So that's not needed. We don't need this bypass. But instead, what we can use is just a nice off-ramp. There you go. And where's this coming from? Oh my, okay. We can delete that. I'm sure that these were bypasses used to help with the traffic. Alright, Donovan, we're almost done with your city. 84. Okay. What's your unemployment rate? Ooh, 7. Bad. What's your policies? Yeah, we need money. Okay. And so now we should just let the city run to get income, but we're basically done. This area is totally fine. We can destroy this makeshift road that we made. And because the highway wasn't a highway, it had intersections, this city has great walkability. And so there was a lot of people crossing the street. And that will also slow down traffic. Okay, very good. This is very confusing. Oh my god! There's a stop sign right there. Yeah. Don't use lane connectors, and don't use the intersection instructions. Only one is the block the box instruction. It's the only one you gotta use. Okay. Just looking around if there's any other pockets of bad traffic. Looks like a light here. Yeah, there we go. Good. What's your import-export? Because you've got a forestry area. Districts? Yeah. Yeah, you got a forestry specialization. Oh, yeah. Do you got any other ones? You don't want to use specialized industry for such a small city. You can when it gets larger, but only up to about 20%. And normally oil and iron ore, you don't want to use those because those will actually deplete. There is a setting where you can make it unlimited. So if you're going to turn that on where it's unlimited, then you might as well. You can have those, but you want to keep the specialized to just about 20%. So now there's plenty of commercial. There needs to be more residential. How's your schooling and stuff? That's fine. You don't have a school in this area? Okay. And we've got some money coming in. So let's go ahead and do a little bit more work on the city that's not traffic related, to just improve it. And so let me take a look at that, and I'll be back. Okay, I noticed that in this area there were some of these buildings over here, and so you've got your service buildings off to a side, a police station, incineration plant, firehouse. I think that's great. You do have 2 massive hospitals. I think that's overkill. So we're going to go ahead and destroy one of those. And then we're going to put in an elementary school right here. There's a high school nearby. And it's enough to cover all of it. And then it'll be nice to have some more residential over here. You can put an intersection right here and an intersection right here. That'll be great. What is this? The bus depot. Well, we can get rid of that now, can't we? Let's just expand this out a little bit. Oh my God, what is that? I'm just going to create a nice little section right here. Yeah. Ooh, not enough money. All right, fair enough. Let's go ahead and populate some of this. There is need for residential. So we're just going to follow this on the demand. The unemployment will correct itself. Ooh, got an electrical issue? It will correct itself if you just follow the demand and build according to that demand. Let's make sure we have everything hooked up, connected to each other. We don't right here. There you go. Yeah, that's when I destroyed that hospital. And how big is the industry right here? We can make it bigger, but only if we have a highway connection right here. You want to keep industry next to the highway, and so technically this is a bad spot for it. It needs to be closer to the highway. Yeah, of course. Need to get the water over here. I'm doing this pretty fast. Of course, if you're building a city, you want to take your time. Don't go this fast. Try to be a little bit more precise. Yeah, so the population has grown and is growing. The city is profitable. The traffic is awesome. So this is all very good. This industry is going to cause problems eventually. And it's already set up as a 4-lane, looks like. Yeah. So it will definitely need a connection from the highway eventually. And that's going to cost $20-something, $30-something thousand. Good, look at this. It's kind of filled out nicely, hasn't it? Just keep on expanding it a little bit. If you've seen my other city builds, you know that I build in a block format. Come on, you can do it. I believe in you. There you go. It's a huge residential area, and that is fine. And so these people have got a great way to work here. Work and shop. Excellent. How much is that going to cost? Tell me. Oh, there it is. Construction cost, $16.80. Right on the top where it says not enough money. There you go. And when we can build more of the industry out right over here and then have a highway intersection. And that way, East Kentville can get over to Industry City easier. And then there should be a highway intersection right here. So what's going on right over here? Landfill site, no more room. How about we start emptying those? How is your garbage looking? Oh, it's a bunch of landfill sites, only one incineration plant. Oh. Yeah, you want to start building the incineration plants or a recycling center as soon as you can and not build any more landfill sites. So once that's emptied, it can have an incineration plant or something like that built in. This is a university. Those cost a lot of money. The universities do cost a good amount. Electricity costs $12,000. Alright, we just want to expand this industrial area if we can. And I'm just going to do a little bit of a... just a makeshift area that will have to be updated when there's more money. Oh my, there we go. Yeah, it should start populating pretty nicely. So once the highway intersection is placed, then this may be, updated. It will need to be updated. And normally that's the process at the beginning of the city. You start putting in some of your areas, but then you'll have to rework it as you get more money and you can make it more polished. So some of the initial part, when the city is new and has no money, is you just have to build as best you can with the money provided, and then as you get more money, then you could go back and delete a few roads, do some rezoning. And you can see that in my city number 3. Called Perfect Snow. You can see me doing that. Okay, these guys need some water. Let's take a look. Good. Yeah, and the unemployment thing is going to be for sure a challenge. It's going to just take some time as the city grows to try to build and manipulate or build the zoning to work through the demand bars, and then they'll actually fix itself up over time. So the demand bars are in better shape. Road system looks great. Get rid of this light. Slowing down all of that stuff. Yeah, look at how nicely the traffic is flowing. And look at how many people are using this right here. And so what does that mean? You put in a road and you see a lot of cars using it. I mean, there was a need for this connection. And people wanted to get from this area and they wanted to go north, and there wasn't a way for them to do that. And so as this area builds out, it will cause pressure here. And so this highway intersection will be needed. Otherwise, if one is not built out right here, this area will start to go bad, because it'll start to become a bottleneck. All right, we're at 85%. Call it. Excellent. Very good. I think that was a successful fix. So let's summarize all the stuff that we have done. Donovan, again, thank you so much for uploading your city. I appreciate the opportunity to work on it. We have fixed your city. This is what we did. This area, Dummerston, was causing all the problems with the stack interchange and the fact that the highway had intersections on it. So removing the highway intersections, and instead we have an overpass. And so the highway, people can move freely through on the highway without having to stop at lights. And then we created on-ramps, or off-ramp and on-ramps, off-ramps and on-ramps, to get into that area, so they can get into that area but without a lighted intersection that affects the highway directly. Same thing down here, on-ramp and off-ramp. And we just had to do an off-ramp right here, or an on-ramp right here. And then this area needed just another connection up north. This is the densest part of the city, with the high-density residential and high-density commercial. Then removing some traffic lights, doing some dedicated directions, and then updating some of these roads from skinny 2-lane roads to skinny 4-lane roads. There was demand for residential and industry. Built a section out, built a section out. More is needed. Then simultaneously, the city is profitable, but it doesn't have good finances. It's making money, but it doesn't have good finances. So now the city just needs to run. It's profitable, let it build up a balance, try to pay back these loans. Oh, we can pay this back now. Yeah. So, there. And then there's 29,000 left there. Oh, and this one is not allowed because the population isn't big enough. So, improving the city's finances by just letting it run, and then doing some more building, highway intersection here, and then just following the demand bars for the building process, and that will help get the unemployment back down to normal, or to a good unemployment rate, which is 3%. There is some mixed zoning, residential, commercial right here. There's residential, industry, commercial. That's good. But like this, East Kentville, it doesn't have any shops or industry here. So having some industry here with an intersection, then they will have a place that they can just walk to and work. And putting in some commercial shops, that will help. And mixing in, whether it's low and high, that will be also helpful. That will help with the unemployment rate. The services, they're okay, but we're starting to get close to the water pumping, the water capacity, so eventually that will need to be expanded. There's plenty on the electrical front. The garbage, these things need to be emptied and eventually replaced with recycling centers. So just letting the city run to get the money to do that. So those are the next steps. So there's obviously a lot of stuff that you have to do when the city's first starting out, but at least the traffic is in good shape. This should become a regular highway intersection, another highway intersection, another one, so 4. So it'll probably cost like $150,000 to do that. That'll happen later as the city builds. All right, I think that'll be it. Please do like the video if you liked it. If you didn't, you can hit the dislike button. And if you want to support me more, smash that subscribe button. Again, there are a bunch of tutorials for a beginner's guide, traffic manager settings, metro or subway guide, and a bunch of other tips videos. There's a playlist for that. And in that playlist, there's a bunch of submitted city fixes that I've done, and then also playlists for all the cities that I've built, and you can take a look at those. All right, thank you for watching. Take care of yourselves. Bye-bye.